Good morning, traders. And for my YouTube traders, hope you guys had a great weekend. Again, this is part 2 of it. If you haven't seen part 1, it's out. Go watch it. And part 2, we normally do Bitcoins and the stocks and indices that we're doing. So we're at Bitcoin. Sorry, I said Bitcoin. We do cryptocurrencies. Yeah, it's a long weekend. So right now, this thing has done pretty much what we expected to do. That is break the top and come back for running flat. So if this running flat is over, there's a high probability you could start to go back here now. Now that would give you 1, 2, 3. It could be more complex than that, but that would be a simple version of it. Can this actually go a little lower before that happens? Absolutely. There's no, so what you would want to make sure if you're looking for buy setup is that that is ready. Now, I don't think it's ready to go. I think we're going to get one more drop because I'm looking at this as a possible running flat. So I think we're going to drop one more and then we will start that up move. Now, I don't think you're really looking for a sell on Bitcoin because if you're holding Bitcoin, you should probably still hold it. If you're not holding Bitcoin, you definitely don't want to sell it here. You're looking for the turning point for the buy. Even if this buy is just going to be one more impulse up like this, which means in the short term, I expect it to break this low, but then expect it to come here. Now, when it comes here, that is where you have a big question. Is this a flat for one more down and then the upside? Or is this the one that continues to go? We'll see when you get there. If you can get it from the bottom to that point, you're already in a lot of money, right? So you'll have a chance to put an entry order to short it if it turns to the opposite direction. Because I'm seeing this as a possible flat. Come here, come back, make a new low, and then probably go back up, right? Something like this. And we have seen that happen where one wave is sharp and one wave has a really big correction in the middle of it before it goes, especially in expanding flats. So can we retest this 2,000 area? I think we can. 28,000, sorry, we can. We'll get back to that 28,000. So keep your eyes on it. It's highly possible. If they go up from here and they keep going, good for you. You're in a good trade. So first watch it to drop and then look for a buy setup. Ethereum, same here. If you sold this, you did well. You should close it. You shouldn't be selling it. But if you did, you did well. It looks like a running flat for me. So we'll get lower. I think you see this flag. It didn't go very far. That's a running flat. We'll probably come here and then go back up. This also has the same pattern whereby when they come here, they can make a new low. They can just continue to go because this will be a flat here. Is that flat? And when the flat is at the bottom, you tend to anticipate that, yes, they can go back up. Right when the flat is at the bottom here in a structure like this, it can. But I'm thinking that, you know, when this thing comes here and it goes there, the chances are we'll come back here, which leaves us with a sharp wave here and a relatively sharp one there with this. Right, so this becomes the most corrective part. You probably go back up there, come back here, and then take off. How long this is going to take you? Well, as long as this took you. Right? So this here will take the equivalent of this. This piece would probably be the same time factor with that. So it's not going to be so fast. You'll be stuck in this range for a while. And if you're stuck in that range for a while, then what happens? It goes up after that, right? If you see this come here, you know, come here, go back there, come down here. Well, not in a straight line, but pretty much like this, and then go back up there and then come back here. And you get this range, then you'll probably be seeing something like this up. Right? You'll probably see something like this up. Maybe this whole piece here would repeat itself. This would become the bigger correction in the middle. So we'll see. That's a long time from now. Don't put a lot of hopes on that big move coming, right? So now you'd have to wait for this to go down. I think this looks like a perfect running flat, drop to about this level, and then up again. Right? I think once we get there, we can assume that it's going to make an up move, which should be this move up. Well, let's see. We'll put that as the forecast and we'll see how it goes. XRP. This, again, I thought this should come to this level before they go back up, but they stopped there. And when they stopped there, the question you would have to ask, well, can we actually look at this as a running flat? We did break the top, right? Can we look at that as a running flat? And it possibly could be. You could look at that as a running flat and this could go back up. I don't see this one making a pattern whereby it has to go back down, right? If we saw it on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this one doesn't necessarily have to go back up. This could be only correction and this could take off. So a buy above the top there is a pretty good, thing. If it takes off, you get the trade all the way to this top, and then it comes back down because that will be a big flat, right? This here will become a big flat. This whole piece here becomes a big flat. You break this top, and then you come back down here. Now, this pattern is in both of them. It's on Bitcoin and it's in Ethereum. So it's kind of following. Eventually, the patterns are catching up with each other, right? So can this go up while we still get a drop in Bitcoin and Ethereum? I think it's possible. This could stay right here in the consolidation. It doesn't have to go up. It could come down, but it's not a pattern whereby I think this should come and break the low. It could come down just probably, I don't know, do something like this, for example, and then still go back up like that. So this could be a buy that might happen faster. I think the same thing we're looking at here. I'm thinking that this is a possible running flat, and this should probably come make a new low before they go. Right? Take this off. Now, again, do you want to trade that? And if you trade it, where would it go to? I'm not sure that this is a 1, 2, 3 correction and we're coming to break the lows. Although that is possible. I think in a big picture, you can make an argument for that this is 1, 2, 3, and this one is coming to break the lows before they go back up. You can make an argument that it's just making a more complex pattern here. Just come back here and then start going up. That's possible. We'll look for that possibility too. ADA. They all have the similar pattern. Now, the question is whether they all have to come back down. This one doesn't have to go back down because this has a flat here. You could make an argument for a flat there. You can make an argument for a flat here. So this could become the low. Now, what you want as a confirmation is a flag here. Any one of them, if they're going to continue to go, you want this confirmation before they go. But can it drop again once more? I wouldn't see this very much as a running flat. It might probably be some other pattern, but I don't see a running flat possibility there. And this looks like a correction of its own. So there's no need for this to go back down. This could actually take off from here. Any flag you get to start buying. This looks like it will probably go back down. Right? This looks like it's going to come back down to this level before they go. What's the full picture? 1, 2, 3, come back like this. We could probably look at it like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, come back here and then go back for this one. They all have that up move, after which they all look downside. Right? So somebody was saying that they all kind of go follow Bitcoin. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. I think they're all individual coins, but who knows? They come here, right? I think they can go back up there, probably come back down here, go back up there, and we'll be in this big flat, right? If this comes all the way to the bottom here, then we'll just go back up there, complete that big flat, and then drop. So you can sell this because it could go a little more down or it could go a lot more down. Right? So if you get sell set up here, it might be worth taking. Can we look at this whole thing here as a possible running flat? Yeah, that's possible for downside. So if you get a sell here, it's a good idea. Dash. Okay, so you're making a bigger consolidation here. Is that the start of an up move? Could be. You could look at this here as the start of an up move, with this being the first move up, and this continue to go. We've had a similar move here, right? We've not even had anything for this one. You could probably put it with this. That might be the only option. You can't put it with this, that's for sure. There's nothing there to go. So we do have a few sharp waves in this one that don't go anywhere, which means the up move here is possible. I would not be looking for any sells, looking for the up move. And linked. This could start the up move. Yeah, you can make that argument that it's starting the up move because this here could be the correction. This could be the low, wait for this to go, make a flag, and then look for a buy. If it drops again, then just let it drop, don't sell it. right? I think there's a high probability this goes make a new high for a bigger running flat like this. Right, if it drops, let it make a new low, then we look for buy setups. This is consolidating, so it will likely drop. Hey, this one is consolidating most likely. We didn't break the low. If we broke the low, I'll go with this correction, breaking the low reversal. But we didn't break the low, so I assume we'll probably still stay here and then drop. Let's go with this one. It's coming down. It will definitely drop some more. This is a running flat in play, and this one is probably going to drop here before it goes back up. Let's see. This already dropped. Let's take that off. There's more downside in this. I think there's more downside here. Wait for the sell. There's not bias in there. And this one. Same running flat pattern. Pretty much looking like the same running flat pattern here. Probably drop one more and then go back up. For this, I'd go break the top there. For this one, we'll see. Makes sense. And now the question here, is this just a pullback to go up? Is this just a pullback here for more up, or are we making a flat here for one more down? Just wait. If you get a flag, buy. If you don't get a flag, ignore it. Let it drop. And these are the ones you got to keep your eyes on, right? So again, remember we closed that because that was a sell. You close this here and here because it made a flat, it's sell. If you had a sell here, you closed it. We're not looking for a sell, we're looking for a buy. When it breaks as low, you can buy anywhere in here, right? I'll follow up with this one so traders would understand how we look at it. Now, here's the thing, we broke this low. And if you broke that low, you can make two assessments you can make. One, this is the absolute low. In this case, I don't think that's the absolute, and I'll tell you why. I think this is making a running flat. So it will come here and it will make a new low. So if you want to buy for this move up, and then when it comes here, you close the trade or you put an entry to stop the trade there and make a new low before it goes. That makes sense. Because this now is almost a running flat, right? It's a running flat in play. So what I would say is that if you're buying, if you bought on the break of the lows, as I said, you bought on the break of the low, you're doing good. You can hold it for a while. If it doesn't go, if they consolidate here, close the trade because they will go down. You buy under this low again. If they consolidate, you close the trade. At any point in time you buy, you're going to get a sharp move up. The sharp move would look like this, or should look like that. So if you end up buying, let's say now, let's say you bought, I don't know, right where it is now, that is 0 to 17. And it comes to about this level, let's say 0 to 98, and you sell. I think that's good, right? I think you make some good money there. Whenever that spike happened, what if it's an expanding flat? Then congratulations to you. If not, you still do well. You close the trade, you let it drop again, and you repeat the process. The same thing would happen here, right? This one broke out, but it didn't break the low. So I think this is more of a correction. It might drop one more. Let's see. This could actually go up from here. We did break the low. So if they want to go up one more from this level to break this stop and then come back down here, that makes sense, right? We don't have a buy setup. It did break this low, but there's no buy setup. Can it drop more? Sure. And this one. I think this one, you take this out. We're looking for a flag there. We're making a flat, right? This is already making a flat. It is going to go up like this, but I think this is more of a flat. It's going to drop one more. So you probably get something like this eventually before you go back up. Can this take off? It can. It's rare, but it can take off. You could make an arm. We didn't break the low. So this could probably go up like that. And instead of stopping here, it just goes up, and this would be the flat for one more down. So if you get a flag here and you want to test this stop, it makes sense, right? When it breaks the stop, put it to break even. If not, just wait, let it go there, come back down here, and then you start to buy, especially if you're long-term on it, right? So big picture, these are all very good trades. By the way, again, let me just clear this up with some traders, because I think some traders got a little confused when I post that one and says this one is a little long-term trade. I really don't think any of these are of any value at all. I'm just saying as an instrument to trade and make money, you can use it, but you should make your money and get your money the hell out of it. Because these are not things that are sustainable in a very, very long time. That's my view. That does not change. Even Bitcoin. You can hold it this view if you want, if you wish to. I don't see the value in it. I know it has a value. I don't see the value in it, if you understand me. Because if it crashes, and it believe it will eventually, or most of them will eventually crash, what you will do with the rest of them, I don't know. They'll either change into something else, convert into something, whatever, I don't know. But there's no serious value in it. I mean, seriously, we're going to do it. You can buy a car with it, great. That is only why there's still people willing to invest into it. Because it's not making money. It's not actually, I explained that already. I'm not going to go into it again. Let's go. Right? As an instrument to trade, you can do that. Derivatives were a good instrument to trade until the housing bubble collapsed, right? And then people said, hey, wait, be careful. What was that instrument again? It's a bubble, basically. And the bubbles will burst. The question is when and how long will it take? That's all. When will it burst and how long will it take? You want to trade it? I can show you how to trade it. I can try to get you so that you don't fall trap of that bubble and don't stay in the bubble. Get in, get out, make profit. Anyway, I think that's it. Let's move on to the stocks indices. Well, this one is copper. This is the only metal we have in here. We did gold and silver earlier. Stay away from that. Let's go back to the 1 hour. You might get a sell setup here, but probably stay away from it. It's still not good. Natural gas. Natural gas on the 1 hour, it's going up. If you're buying, right? If you're buying these flags, you got to be careful. It's making a flat here now. So this is probably going to come here, come back here, and that's a buy setup. They're short term. You should take them short term. Don't keep them for longer term, because I don't think this is in the long term is going way all the way to the top. The biggest structure is to support it to go really back to the top, right? We already broke this top. I don't know where I don't have the bigger chart, so it's hard to tell. If this came from the bottom here, right? This would be the flat, but we still have this sharp wave. So at some point, one of this will come back here, right? There's some point come back and then continue to go. So we don't have on the 4 hour, you can see we really did it. And this has been very slow up. So at some point, it probably will come back and then go. So if you're trading the upside, trade it with caution. Oil, okay, it's going up as we expect. This is a buy. You probably get another buy here today. Watch it when it comes to this level here, because that is where we'll expect this to go up. So far, so good. This buy was good. This buy was good. Now, if you want to take this one, watch it when it comes here, because at that point, if this is what we think it is a flat, it could start to drop. Same for UK oil, right? This buy was good. You have another buy set up here too, if you want to break this up. PayPal, stay away from this. It's dropping, so there's no sense selling it to the bottom here. Doesn't really give you much. Tesla, you can sell here. If this drop, this will give you, because if it drops from here, it's probably going to come to this level. And Amazon, if you sell and they drop, they'll probably come back to about this level too, right? They'll break the lows if they drop. So wait for that. US 30. Okay, this one is literally going sideways here. We sold that small flag, take that out, that is over. You're making a bigger one. This could be a sell here too. Can they actually go up from this point? Let's relook at this, please take this off. You're getting something like this right now. This is what we have. That looks a little up now, right? You got this, you got 1, 2, 3, you get a 1, 2, 3. This one is the lowest one, and you're making a flag here for one more up. Can we look at it like this? Go back one more up there and then drop? Possible. right? Like this. That's a possibility. So you can put a sell setup under this low or under this low and wait and see. Let's see what's the internals in this piece here. You can see that, right? So you've got this move here. And then you kind of do this, you drop here. You see they're making a flag here, which should go up, right? Something like this. Come back a little here and go up, break that up. That might be a short-term buy if you want. And then look for the sell. And same thing with S&P 500 here, right? You're getting more of a correction for a sell. This is more of a correction for a sell. This should come back here, go back up and then drop. We had this piece in the middle. We're getting more of a correction here. That looks more downside to me. I don't see, it's not a clear flat as yet, but it looks more downside. And you can be thinking of this way coming down. So looks more downside. When it gets to the bottom here, we'll see what happens. And NASDAQ. It didn't break out, take that off. So only this one buy turned out. This actually dropped. Take this off. There was a flag forming there, but then it dropped. Let's go to the 15 and see what we have. You're getting something more like this right now. Take that off. With this going up. So that should be a sell setup once it gets to the top here. Once this gets to about this level, you can expect it to drop. If this is what we think it is, a running flat or an expanding flat. So probably skip this one, sell this and sell this. These two are the better sells, right? And German DAX. You're getting a sell setup, it's just not ready as yet. Right, you're making a flat here. At some point, this will break the top and then look for the sell setup. Let's look at the bigger picture in this. Yep, let it consolidate, you'll get a sell. Let this consolidate, we're going for a sell. And Nifty. It's still coming down, so that means you still look for sell setups as you go down, right? All the way back to break this low. And then from there, it will probably go higher because from there, you're going to get a flat like this, right? You get a flat, you're probably going to go higher. So there's still some more sell setups to this level. And then the buy. So okay, guys, we've gone through those. If you like it, share it, basically. I'll close the room. For our traders, you guys can come right back in the room, look at trade setups. There are some trades that might form. I will join you a bit later. Now it's 10:30, say about 12, I'll be back in the room to do an update. And then we'll take a break and we'll come back for New York session. New York session is already now, right? So we'll be back at 3:30 my time. So at least twice before that, before 2 or 3 times before the day is up. I'll see you guys. Take care, trade with care. I'll close the room now. Bye.